So today I thought it'd be fun to make a video about some of my favorite games of all time. Just keep in mind these are just my personal favorites. They're not some sort of definitive list of the best games or anything like that. Most of these games are just going to be based on nostalgia. Some of them I have very fond memories of the time when I played them. These game genres will be all over the place too. I've never been tied down to just one specific type of game. I'd also like to hear your guys' favorite game, so please feel free to leave a comment and let me know. The first game I'd like to talk about is Kingdom Hearts. I still remember seeing my cousin playing Kingdom Hearts for the first time. We'd both just got the PlayStation 2 for Christmas. He got Kingdom Hearts with his, and I asked Santa for Mega Man X7. I watched him for at least 2 hours just working on his gummy ship, and I asked him, "Is this really all you do in this game?" He laughed and then showed me all the different Disney worlds he unlocked, and I was hooked after that. So you have Hercules, Nightmare Before Christmas, Tarzan, Alice in Wonderland. This is all in one game. After that day, for an entire month, I begged my mom to buy me a copy of Kingdom Hearts, and eventually she gave in and bought it for me. That game became my life for a few weeks. I loved every second of it. Still to this day, over 20 years later, if I hear any of the music from this game, it just takes me right back. The second game I'd like to talk about is Crash Bandicoot. I must have been 5 or 6 years old the first time I played this. My dad surprised us with a PlayStation 1 and a copy of Crash Bandicoot. We absolutely loved it. My stepmom had to start an egg timer and we each took our 15 minutes trying to get as far as we could. Before this, the only console we ever owned was the original Game Boy, and Crash Bandicoot really showed us what the future of gaming was going to look like. Our dad was the first one to make it to the first boss, Papu Papu, and we all cheered him on as he kicked his ass. The next game I'd like to talk about is Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. The same cousin that introduced me to Kingdom Hearts showed me what Pokemon looked like on the Game Boy Advance. We were both spending our summer with our grandparents and we each brought our Game Boy Advance. His mom had bought him a copy of Ruby and Sapphire, and he was nice enough to give me his copy of Ruby, telling me he didn't need both. The cinematic opening when I booted up the game was the start of me going from being a casual Pokemon fan to an obsessed collector. I made it my goal by the end of the summer to have collected all 202 Pokemon and get through Victory Road to defeat the Elite Four. I never did complete the Pokedex though. And now for something completely different. Cyberpunk 2077. This is the game that got me back into gaming and reignited my obsession. I remember hearing everybody talking about all the bugs in this Cyberpunk game back in 2020. I didn't think much of it. At the time I was on sort of a gaming hiatus. I think I'd just gotten burned out on games. Flash forward 2 years later and I had just bought myself an Xbox Series S, and I felt like I needed just one good game to sink my teeth into, preferably an RPG. The top game that kept being recommended to me was Cyberpunk. I knew it was a buggy mess, so I was like, if it's on sale, maybe. I did hear Keanu Reeves is in it. Xbox Marketplace had it for 50% off. I pulled the trigger, and wow, am I glad I did. At this point, these were some of the best graphics I'd ever seen in a video game. The story was incredible, you had real choices to make, and the choices could affect the entire outcome of your story. After not playing any games for a few years, it took me some time to understand the controls. I remember having such a hard time with the brain dance editor in the game, but once I got used to it, I was very impressed. Oh yeah, and Keanu was a total badass.
Don't know what he did to deserve what's coming, but his music taste is reason enough to drop it.
The final game I'd like to talk about is Grand Theft Auto Vice City. I was really torn between having this game or GTA 3 for the end of my list. Both games I'm incredibly nostalgic about. The music, the characters, all the profanity I probably shouldn't have been hearing at 10 years old. My parents had seen a story in the news about Grand Theft Auto.
Hottest selling game, Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
Oh yeah, baby.
Points are earned for having sex with a prostitute. Then, more points for killing her.
Yeah.
They told me that was one game I would never be playing. Over time, they either forgot about the news story or they just stopped caring because they did eventually end up buying me GTA 3, and I was ecstatic. My favorite thing to do was just explore, drive around, occasionally cause some mayhem just to soak in what at the time felt like a huge world. When Vice City came out, it felt like they just perfected everything I already loved about the first game. Oh, and I'm a huge classic rock fan, particularly 80s rock, so that was a big win for me. I would just drive for hours blasting the V-Rock station, trying to get insane stunt jump bonuses. They definitely upped the difficulty as well in this game, if anybody remembers this. Even though a few of those missions made me rage quit a handful of times, it's still one of the best times I've ever had playing a video game. Rockstar knows it too. It even got an HD remaster a few years ago, along with GTA 3 and San Andreas. In my opinion, I'd stick with the original because that's the only way to get the original music. There was some kind of legal issue with reusing the old station music. That's going to be about it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.